In the ocean, I'm always thinking a shark's going to come out of it. And here, I mean, there's nothing in here, so I don't have to worry, but...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Now, I have a confession to make. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something a secret from you for the past few weeks, but I am finally able to let the cat out of the bag, so let's not waste any time. We have a new addition to the ever-growing fleet of toys here on the channel, and I'm so excited about it. Well, it is a heck of a toasty day here at the boat ramp. 110 degrees, summer has officially arrived in Lake Havasu, and something else has arrived. You've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title. I'm not gonna try and keep it a secret. That's right, I just took delivery of my 2024 SeaDoo Switch Limited. Now, I hinted at this in the first video where I said that I was moving out here to Lake Havasu. I knew this was on the cards from the beginning of the year, but it has finally happened. It's here, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Obviously, here in Lake Havasu, we have the amazing lake, 350, 400 miles, whatever it is, of shores to explore, and then you've got the entirety of the Colorado River from the Parker Dam all the way up to the dam in Laughlin, the Davis Dam. So there's just so much water to explore here. So I knew that I would want something as well as my SeaDoos to allow me to do a different type of adventure. Now, this thing has many, many functions. Obviously, I can use it as a day boat. Go out, take friends, family, the dog, go and enjoy ourselves, take a packed lunch, end up at the sandbar, all of those things. But what I can also do with this is free dive from it, scuba dive from it, camp on it, and do all kinds of things that a SeaDoo just isn't quite big enough. This is a SeaDoo. That a SeaDoo PWC isn't quite big enough to do. So yeah, I'm so excited. I want to show you around. Up until I took delivery of this thing, I hadn't even been out on one on the water. Full transparency, I have actually put about 15 hours on this thing because I wanted to break in the motor before I did a video so that we could use it to its full potential. So let me take you out there on the water and I will show you around all of the features of this amazing new boat. Want to go on your boat? Easy peasy. I'll get into all the details about that boat once we get out there, but the fact that it literally unloads, loads and docks like a SeaDoo, as in like a, it's gonna be weird because that is a SeaDoo, but you know what I mean, like a PWC, is so crazy. Because it's 21 feet long and you can get 10 people on it, yet I can unload it off my trailer and dock it up by myself as easy as I can my Explorer. Guys, wait till you see Diesel's new shoes. Oh, why are you taking one off? Oh boy, let me see. No, don't take it. Trust me, you'll thank me when you step on this floor. Alright, ready? Good boy. He hasn't quite got used to walking in them yet. Good boy. I'm not laughing at you. I'm making a point not to laugh at him because I don't want him to feel self-conscious, but when the floor is like 180 degrees like it is right now, he has to wear them. And to be fair, he's doing fine. Come on in. Good boy. And we are boating. All right, my proposal is let's cruise down to a nice little cove somewhere, drop the anchor, let Diesel go for a swim. I might go for a swim because it's that hot. And then I can get into the ins and outs of this magnificent vessel. Sounded very official, that, didn't it? Magnificent vessel. Ah. Oh man, life doesn't get much better than this. That's awesome. So you can't see it because of my American flag, but the beach back there is the one that I cleaned up last week, that I got the dirty nappy. Yes, if you haven't seen the video, somebody that came for Memorial Day weekend changed their baby and then left their dirty nappy or diaper on the beach with all of the wipes strewn everywhere. I was going around on my Explorer just making sure that there wasn't any rubbish on any beaches. But there's a family over there with an easy up and they've got their boat all beached. So yeah, hopefully it's still just as pristine and they are having a fabulous day. I actually said in my last episode that by doing the right thing in the moment, you are helping future people that you don't even know. And I guess now I've seen them. Perfect. What do you think? Hold on. Go on in. Oh, look at that. This water feels so good. See all the fish down here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, there's a whole school of them. I didn't bring my litter picking gun with me, but let's start as we mean to go on. Someone else's food. Lovely. What do you think, bud? Okay, it's hot. I'm going for a dip. Yeah, that is magic. Magic. Look at my boat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Wow, these fish are super inquisitive. Look, they're right here, right by my feet. Good. Yeah, that's nice. Gonna swim back. Woohoo! See ya. Actually, I think I've got a mask and snorkel on the boat. Could go and meet the fishies in person. There it is. There is actually scuba diving to be done out here, but I want to go do my refresher course because it's been a while since I've scuba dived properly. I did do the Blue Hole. If you haven't seen that, I scuba dived a thermal hot spring in the desert, which was insane. Visibility was like nothing, and it was crazy. And there's all kinds of creepy stories about how people go missing in there and all kinds of stuff. But I only found out about after I'd been. I'll link that video below because it's well worth a watch. I did it a while ago. There is diving to be done here, so that will definitely be coming to the channel soon. We could use this as a dive boat, which would be perfect. There is something creepy when you're in shallow water and you just look out into the abyss and it's just like deep, dark, murky, well in this case kind of greeny blue. In the ocean it just goes to like an inky blue. It's always creepy. In the ocean I'm always thinking a shark's gonna come out of it, and here, I mean there's nothing in here so I don't have to worry, but did you come to save me? Did you come to save me? Thanks! There you go, bud. Nice and cool. So I got Diesel this robe so that when he goes in the water he can put this on and dry off when he jumps in my truck and he doesn't end up getting it disgustingly wet. But it also works the other way, is that when he's on the boat I can wet it and then put it on him, and it keeps him nice and cool while he's lying up on the deck. Whew, it is definitely toasty once you get out of the water. Luckily, plenty of ice water on hand for me and the dog. So let's have a little walk around then, and I will tell you the features about this thing that I absolutely love. So first of all, this is the SeaDoo Switch Limited. It's the 21 foot, and it is a tri-toon. So a pontoon has two hulls, or two pontoons. This one has 3. And this is actually powered by a 230 horsepower Rotax engine, the same one that you would find in things like the Explorer Pro 230. It is the supercharged motor from SeaDoo, not the 300 or the 325, which is the super powerful one. This is kind of your entry-level supercharged one. And I was actually a little bit hesitant at first. I thought that that might be underpowered for a boat of this size, but it surprisingly gets after it. I mean, it'll cruise in sport mode around 37 to 40 miles an hour depending on conditions, which honestly for a boat like this is plenty fast enough. You can tow with it. I am waiting on my ski pole to arrive, which will allow me to mount the tower down here, and then I can tow tubes and rings and wakeboards and those kinds of things. Now, this isn't a wakeboard boat, so it isn't going to make a proper wake that you would be able to surf like a wake boat. But if you just want to get up on a board and get dragged behind a boat, it'll do that. Now, one of the party pieces of this is that all of the seats are modular. So basically every square that you see on the floor has these little circular link clips in them. And that means that you can take any one of these seats, you literally just pull this handle, and by pulling, I think, there you go, lift and pull, and now this whole seat is loose. So I could literally put that on any one of these so that I could make whatever configuration of seats I like. There's also storage under all of them as well, and then to put them back in, you literally just push that, and that's it, it's locked in. Well, now, I will be honest, I haven't messed around with my setup, so the way that I have this thing set up now is how it came. Because honestly, I think it's the best way. You've got 2 benches here, you've got a bench in the back in the shade, and then the 2 singles, and then obviously your captain's chair, which you can have as a full chair to sit down, or you can put this up so you can kind of stand, and then that means that when you're driving you can sort of perch, you can see over people if you've got people sat here, and it's just, for me, more comfortable than actually being sat down. So the cockpit itself, if you've ever ridden a SeaDoo PWC, is very familiar. It is literally a set of handlebars just with some new controls. So cruise control here, that is for when you're in no wake, so you can do your 5 miles an hour, whatever, but also when you're actually going, you can hit this cruise control button and then dial this up and down, and that will allow you to set your speed so that you don't have to be constantly on the throttle, which just makes driving it a little bit more enjoyable. Over this side, you've got your audio controls. This does your sport mode and your trim, and then this one down here accesses all the menu. Now, this is a touch screen as well. It's obviously very bright right now, so I can't really show you this, but you've got a water depth in the middle, and then you've got your speedo on the left, your tacho on the right, fuel, hours, battery voltage, and then you can go into all of your settings. Now, this one being the Limited, it also does come with some LED lighting. So these panels you can see in the floor here, they all light up at night, which look really cool. You can change the color of them. And then these up front, these are speakers. So this actually has a subwoofer in it. So it's JL audio speakers, and it bumps. Even when you go in full speed, you can still hear the audio nice and clear. This one actually has 2 in the rear as well. Like I said, this is the Limited. This is the top line, like the flagship model. You also get the Garmin as well. Now, one of the things, make sure if you order one of these, make sure that you spec it with the transducer so that you can run the fish finder. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was just a mistake or if you have to actually order them separately, but mine didn't come with the transducer. So while I have a Garmin so I can do my navigation, it doesn't have a fish finder. I've got a depth gauge on here, which is fine, but I would like to be able to see a more detailed picture of the bottom. And if you are a fisherman, then that is going to be something that you really need. So just make sure if you do order one, make sure you specifically spec it with the fish finder, not just the Garmin, because you may just get the sat nav, not the actual fish finder as well. What you have here is your typical link system on the rear deck. So there's actually 2. So there's 2 links there and 2 links there, but because I have the big ice chest on, it actually blocks this one. So this is a link cooler off of a Fish Pro, fits on there perfect, keeps everything cool. You can put your rods on the side if you're an angler, and then these seats, just with this little tab here, they will actually fold. I can't do it because I'm one-handed, but these fold up if you want to have people sat here, and if you want easy entry over the back, so when you come up your Whittle Wadder, you can jump up onto your swim platform and then straight over. Then you've got this bimini, which is great. I was actually umming and ahhing over getting the full bimini, so there's another one that mounts on the front here, and so this whole portion would be covered too. But honestly, now that I've actually been out on the lake with it, this is perfect because you've always got great shade under this back section, especially when I'm driving. But if people do want to go and sunbathe on the front, you can do that. So I've not had the boat full of 10 people yet where these people would be stuck out front without shade, but honestly, I don't think I am going to do the full bimini. I think if anything, I'll probably buy one of those silk shades that you can just clip on and then I would just run it to the front of the boat, and that way when you park up, you can add some extra shade if you want it really quick, and then take it down really quickly. This also folds, so this rear section of the bimini comes forwards, and then everything tucks away neatly into this. So you're literally left with this right here. Everything's folded in, and then you've just got this one central arm. Super simple to do. Literally hit that tab there on both sides, fold it in, and you're good to go. And with it up, it actually looks quite sporty, and obviously you don't get the shade. So when you're trailering and stuff, you can trailer like this around town, but once you actually start to go, like let's say I trailered this back to Newport, I would actually fold it all the way down, and that would then allow me to trailer it without running the risk of having the bimini fly off or get damaged or whatever in transit. There's tons of storage. You've got this one up front here. Like I say, every seat has storage underneath it, literally every single one. Each one of the speakers has storage underneath it as well. And then there's like little pockets here where I've got suntan lotion and bin bags and stuff. So it is just a super utilitarian boat. Diesel absolutely loves it. And honestly, the last couple of weekends that I've been out on it, it has just been a breeze. If you are new to boating, if you want to get into boating and you have experience with jet skis, PWCs, SeaDoos, whatever you want to call them, you could jump straight into this at 21 feet and you can pretty much get the hang of it, I would say, within 1 day out in the water. It's so user-friendly. Obviously, being the handlebar controls, it's all the same maneuverability as a regular SeaDoo. It's just a little bit slower, obviously, because you've got such a wide hull, so it doesn't quite pivot in the same way that a SeaDoo does, but you are able to navigate with this thing very, very easily. I was shocked when I first unloaded this off the trailer and then brought it up to tie up on the dock. I was a bit apprehensive. My old SeaDoo jet boat, which was more of a traditional boat, had a steering wheel, a throttle, all of the usual stuff. That was a pig to maneuver. This, a breeze. I could get this into way tighter spaces than I could get my other old SeaDoo jet boat because of being able to use the IBR and use that brake and the accelerator to essentially just pivot the whole boat. Now obviously right now we just beached it, so this is a very, very like small pebble beach, so it's not going to damage the hull in any way, so I'm happy to just run it up on the shore. But if you don't want to do that, let's say we're in a cove and I wanted to anchor, there is actually this locker down here, and you lift this up, and inside I have my anchor. I set all of this up myself. It doesn't actually come with one, but it folds away very nicely in there. Now, as you can see here, it is very shallow, and a lot of people warned me when I got this that it's very easy to suck up rocks. They were like, oh, it's like a vacuum cleaner in shallow water, so just be really careful. Now, what I will say is I'm wondering if people are not being as careful as they should be when they're in shallow water. Knock on wood, I have never had anything get sucked up into my jet pump, and you've seen the kind of stuff that I ride on my Explorer. I've been through some very shallow bits. I've even beached the ski, but the jet pump's always been fine. Now, what I will say is that whenever I'm in shallow water, I don't use the throttle. I literally use the idle power just to push the boat forward. That's it. And then once I get into 3 feet of water, I kill it, and then that way I can jump out and navigate it or whatever. Or in this case, you know, I killed it when we were in 4 or 5 feet and then just maintained that speed, and that then ran us up onto the beach nicely. So if you do have one, don't be doing what I'm doing now, beaching the boat and then starting it up and trying to back it off, because you will suck stuff up and you will kill your jet pump. The way that I'm going to get this off, which you'll see in a minute, is I'm going to get out, I'm going to push the nose off, and then once I get into about 4 feet of water, I'll hop up, and that means that the back is going to be in plenty of water, and then I can start it up and go on my merry way. When I moved out here, I definitely was a little bit concerned about how diesel would do with the heat, especially when it gets really hot, like into the hundreds like it is today. Today's actually the first day that it's been well into the hundreds. We've seen 100, 101 over the last few weeks, but 110, 111 at the launch ramp is definitely warm. And if you wonder how diesel does with the heat, you would literally rather be lay in full sun on nuclear hot seats than lying here in the shade with me, where it's absolutely perfect. He is just absolutely living his best life out here, and it makes me so happy. And having the boat is even better, because he came on the SeaDoo with me. You know, he would come on the Explorer and stand in the gunnel, wear his goggles and everything, and he enjoyed it. But this, I mean, he just gets to come and hang out. He's got his water bowl, he's got his little thing that he can put on and keep himself cool. I mean, it's just perfect. So it means that when we want to do full days out on the lake, we can. I just load up the dog, load up the ice chest, bring some food, bring a packed lunch, bring some drinks, and then we just come out and do this. I've literally been sat here since I last filmed. I've been sat here for about 30 minutes just listening and just enjoying the nature. Oh, hello, ducky. Like this duck here that's looking for food. It's magic. I know I keep going on about how happy I am here, but I'm so happy here, and I'm so glad that I made the move. So I guess the takeaway would be, if you want to do something that you think is going to make you happier, even if the people around you say that you shouldn't do it or question why you do it, if you have the conviction, if you are sure that it's going to be what you want, do it, get after it, and they will see, and when they see you happy, they'll come around to the idea. But don't let other people's opinions sway you, because if I did, there's not a chance in hell I would have moved here. I would have still been in Newport Beach, paying extortionate amounts of money to live there and all the rest of it. Whereas now, I'm here, I'm enjoying myself way more. Don't get me wrong, I miss my friends. But in terms of the day-to-day lifestyle, I'm in heaven. I hate to be a party pooper, mate, but we gotta go pick some people up. Also, I don't even want to touch it, but so I can just get a stick. No. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but it's not a gummy worm. Yuck, 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 yuck. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's hot. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, just a little push off the beach look, and we're in plenty of water to start her up. There's all the fishes, look. Right, bud, let's go pick up our friends. Ahoy there!
Hi, Diesel!
What's up, dude?
What up?
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Diesel back.
Diesel, come here.
Diesel go. Look, see, you almost fell in. You know?
Say hello to the internet.
Hello, internet.
Also, don't try this with a boat that has propellers, because right there, that would mean instant person blender. On a jet boat, there is nothing that can hurt you other than the actual jet hitting you. But right now it's in idle, so as you can see, it's like nothing's coming out. Good boy. Good boy. How cool are those LED lights at night? Oh, I cannot tell you how much fun the Switch is and the epic adventures that we're gonna have with it. Like I said earlier, the fact that I hopped straight onto it and was able to confidently operate it with no previous experience is a huge deal for anybody looking to get into boating. The modular seat system as well is so cool, even though I've not moved anything around yet. But imagine how cool it would be if I wanted to go sleep on the boat overnight, just to be able to clear out the bow area and have a huge platform to set up a tent or a cot bed or something and sleep under the stars. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do with the Switch, and if you have one, are there any must-have accessories that I should look into? I'm definitely gonna get a tube of some description to tow behind and an inflatable mat to throw off the back when we're anchored. And oh my God, I'm just so excited for the rest of the summer. Anyway, I've now got to load up the truck and the Golf because they are both off for a little TLC at Precision Motorworks. I haven't driven the Golf in over 3 months because of that injector issue, and the truck is going to be treated to some work that will hopefully lift its spirits, amongst other things. So stay tuned to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, do all of the things, click all of the buttons. But most importantly, remember, until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.